Alright, so from the last episode, I know, right? We're here.
Hey, baby.
It's the baby. We are here. Alright, so from the last episode, we ended it with talking about the men of the winner circle.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, we already figured out the reason of the women. Why the men of the winner circle?
I'm gonna be for real with you.
Oh, not for real, for real.
Be for
Okay, be for real, for real.
So it's 10 of us.
Uh-huh.
Half of us are in relationships.
Yeah.
We go on our dinner dates as a group. Just
Don't
the
play like
girls.
that, you guys think. Okay.
Shout out to Stink.
Right.
No, but we go out on our dinner dates. We leave typically the significant others at home.
Yeah.
First thing these motherfuckers say when it's an argument, you put the motherfucking winner circle first. Let the winner circle call.
And we don't want them to say that. We do not want them to say it. We want them to come out.
No, but for real, I wanted them to know that.
The one I be telling you what I be saying. I be doing that shit too. I be doing that.
Exactly, I know it. I
It's
lived
okay.
it for a short period of time. I know, but I also wanted them to actually experience the realness of our union. It's
Yeah.
just not friends hooking up like we handling business. We praying over each other. We talking about business. We manifesting. Wanted them to see that it was just more than, it's a girls' night out. Like, this is a real sisterhood, a real union, and not, besides that, like, we need our men.
True.
There's a lot of women empowerment groups and things. I just wanted to kind of change the idea of what it meant to empower and bring it full circle, because you've been in the winner circle, affects your household, right?
Yeah.
So just let's go on and bring the household in. And I don't have anyone to bring in per se, but I know the importance of your relationship, their marriages, and I know how impactful it could be if we actually got some solid men in the community, like really standing behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course we always talk about the winner circle is not just for women, it is for men. So guess what? I think we should get out the way.
Okay.
And I think we should just move on over.
Okay.
We're gonna let them stay tuned because we got a
Stay
special, right, definitely stay tuned. We got something a little special for you at the end, all right? You ready? Can we get our cups though? We need our cups. Get our cups. In the wise words of Lil Wayne, what's in my cup is in my cup. Get our cups. Literally, it is in the red cup. It's in my red solo cup.
Okay, originally I wanted to do a barbershop thing because kind of be like how LeBron them in the barbershop, just chilling the fellas, and it's really right now it's just us four, but we missing three of us. But right now we just trying to get our little thing off the ground, get us moving, and then that's why when I brought you on board, because I figured that with us being in the winner circle, you be like, we're a group of men, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? I felt like that as a group of men, some of them may think, man, what they trying to do? They soft, are they this, are they that? Nah, it's just gonna be a power movement. It ain't just gonna be probably just us seven. Once all of us seven get together, it's probably gonna end up being maybe 20, 30, who knows?
Hopefully.
But right now we just trying to get this thing going, have our first little podcast, and just us four right now. Like I said, I just wanted to bring you a part of the winner circle because I know that you bring good vibes and good energy and something that you will be able to, give back, because I always know you wanted to give back. So what you think you would bring to the table besides just giving back?
I mean, I've been literally waiting for this opportunity for a long time, like I told you, I'm tired of having meetings and having meetings, but totally I got a lot, up here that, I want to share, with you all, with this winning circle, like I said, I thank y'all again for bringing me in. Like I said, it's a blessing, I'm a true believer, I say God did it, so God did it, so I just want to bring, whatever I with me and what comes with me, and my integrity, with this. So I got a lot that I'm gonna bring, I ain't gonna say sure, but I got a lot that I'm gonna bring to this table.
That's right. So originally, when Sis asked me and Tony, like, what y'all think about when they had their little, what was it, they little thing down at the Southern Lounge?
Yeah.
So we was like,
introduction.
B&T was sitting back. We was just like, man, shit, we can do the same thing they doing. But
Right.
you know, we can do it as a they got the female winner circle. At first, I wasn't gonna call it no winner. You know, we wasn't ready to do no winner circle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then sister was like, you know, what y'all think about the men's part of the winner circle? So I was like, man, first I was, you know, a little hesitant because I didn't know John.
Okay.
And then, of course, we were just me and Tony, because I've been vibing with Tony for years. So I was like, man, who's all gonna be in it? So, but when the missus came on, she was like, what you think about doing the men's winter circle? I was like, well, sis already asked us to come to the next meeting. So when we came to that meeting, so we were just like, we're gonna figure out what we gonna, you know, what we gonna do. Me and Tony was figuring out, you know, sitting beside each other, what we gonna do, what we gonna say, this and that. But at the same time, I figured that it would be a good, positive look on us, especially being, you know, where we come from, because all of us got a story. You know, we may not know everybody's story and what everybody has been through, but everybody got a story, man. You know, and then we got, it's people out here as men, if they had a group of brothers that's genuine, they would, I mean, you know, a lot of the animosity, anger and stuff, it can calm down. Now, we can't change the world overnight, but damn it, we can try to change it, you know what I'm saying?
I remember being as a kid, when we was kids, you know, you see, you know, all the OGs, you know, they, you know, maybe go in half on like a little piece of property to make it like their little clubhouse or, you know, like their little group, you know, and I've always, you know, kind of wanted to do that, you know what I mean? So with that being said, with y'all inviting me, you know, it's like, okay, now, you know, we're gonna be the OGs to try to, you know what I mean, to help the, you know, people try to come up, especially the youth, come up under us, you know, like, so they see movements like this, you know, they'll, you know, hopefully they'll, you know, start, you know, progressing and doing things like this, you know what I mean, wanting to be in groups, you know what I mean, to take they self out of the mindset of, you know what I mean, the streets or, you know, whatever comes with it.
Right. So John, what you think about it, man? What you think about this
Yeah, I
winter
think it's
circle?
a beauty, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like when my girl, she came to me with it, and I was kind of like, man, I'm not doing that, because I don't know them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm like, because I ain't really opposed to, you know, meeting, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Meeting new people, because it's like you just never know who, like, what people's intentions and, you know what I'm saying, their backgrounds and where they come from and how they really are when it comes to networking or anything. So she was like, nah, you gonna do it, it's gonna be something good. I'm just like, man, I just sit back and let me just, you know what I'm saying, people. So the first time me really meeting you was the lunch.
All right.
So, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, I kind of already kind of knew Tony a little bit, you know what I'm saying, not that much, but knew him. So I'm like, you know, he's good people. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I give it a shot. So, you know, it's when, you know, everybody else got brought in. And I was kind of like, you know, this is really could be a good thing. Especially, you know what I'm saying, where like some people come from, you know, backgrounds of, you know, when I like grew up, you know what I'm saying, like the older heads wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, putting you in a position to, you know, succeed in life. They was more so, you know what I'm saying, putting you in a position for you to fail, because they telling you to do this, telling you to do that, but you know what I'm saying, in this box to where you only see this, not really seeing what's, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of the fence. You know what I'm saying, you just seeing this grass, that, you know what I'm saying, this dirt, mud, you know what I'm saying, versus seeing that green, you know what I'm saying, that green grass. So I feel like, you know, with us, we can definitely reach out to these kids, especially with you, what you got is a blessing. You know what I'm saying, we can, you know what I'm saying, tap in with the kids, and you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, even if at the end of the day, if we say one kid, it's all worth it to me. You know what I'm saying, I don't want to say more than that.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying, saving one kid, you know what I'm saying, is definitely worth it. So, you know, I just really feel like, you know, seeing the future in this, and even with the women, like, 'cause they all complement each other. Like, it's like they all have something going on to where they not stepping on each other's toes. They all, you know what I'm saying, they all helping each other in some sort of something. So I definitely, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely glad to be a part of this. Like, looking back at it, I'm definitely glad that, you know, I'm able to be, you know what I'm saying, a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So and I was already kind of almost in it already, being with her, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, I've already been around, so it's kind of like I was in it without even being in it yet, you know what I'm saying? I was always, you know, a helping hand here and there, you know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you some funny. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you some funny shit though. But just like Peter was saying about, man, you always, man, I be like, I'm trying to take her out to eat, trying to do this. But you know, the girls are getting together. I said, man, you always trying to do something that motherfucking winter circle. What the hell is going on with this winter circle, man? You know what I'm saying? You putting them before us, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone because now she's gonna always, when the winter circle say they gonna do something, they always do it, which is a good, you know, a good positive vibe with the women. But you know, it's good to be able to hang out with some brothers too. That you know, that even though everybody ain't coupled up or something like that that's in the group, but it's still good to, you know, to be with some good genuine brothers.
Right. And to piggyback off of what you said, Dre, it's like, it is always good to be with some positive brothers, you know what I'm saying? I always came up as like, I grew up from the small families, just me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? I know some people come from big families, I come from a small family, and I was always to myself, and really never had a lot of friends and stuff like that. But as I got older and stuff, I started to realize how we all need somebody. And you know, it's always better. Two heads is always better than one.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So you know, I just felt like once I got to start talking to Dre and John, and then got to know Steve, we all come together now, and other fellas too. You know that we can come together as one and help somebody else. My thing is to be out to help other people, especially these kids these days, because the world is crazy. It's changed tremendously, and my goal now is to, if I can be a helping hand, a listening ear, you know, for somebody and help them out, that's what I'm all about.
Right.
And I know these guys right here and the other guys that's in the group, that's what we all about, and we all on the same page, and we all trying to come together and at least change somebody's life. Like you said, if it's one is better than none. So if we can do that and help somebody else out, along with these ladies, because they got a good thing going on. I'm glad that they did introduce us into this.
Yeah.
Like Dre said, at first I was kind of like, dang, every night, every day, on the phone, every time I'm trying to talk, you talking to them on the
That's what
slide.
I'm saying. Without getting in, because I'm around some
I ain't no
area.
jealous type dude, but I ain't gonna lie, it's been some times where I was like, dang, you know. So once I really realized what was going on and started paying more attention to it and seeing it, I was like, man, you know, they got something good. And then when they offered to let us in, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go through with this. So I'm glad I met these fellas, and we're gonna do what we do. Hopefully, we start here, we get there, and help somebody out. You know, it's always like teach one, reach one.
Right. We already got one.
Yep.
We got one that's in, you know, he's in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Even though he can't be here today, but we already got that started from him.
Yep.
It's already
We already
branched
that's
out.
two states in, you know.
Yeah,
so hey.
Yeah, so and then with Bird, when he get his schedule together, and then when Michi come back, Michi be ready. So I mean we'll be tight.
Oh yeah.
And then like I said, from watching us make, you know, doing our movement and stuff like that, people will start wanting to be a part of it. And that's a good thing going.
But we know it's a lot of other guys out there that want to do something and be a part of something like that. Sometimes it take somebody else to pull somebody else in. Sure.
Exactly.
It took these fellas right here to make me realize what's going on. So
Because it's not a lot of men groups that, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
that does stuff like this.
Like I said, when Dre, my cousin, reached out to me, like I said again, when I get around people, you know, I treat people like my family, you know, like love, like for real. So when he told me about this, you know, like I told him, you know how I am about giving me to people, because when I tell, you know, people I love them, you know, I really mean that, you know what I mean? So I'm taking this, you know, as a sign, as, you know, again, as God is just showing me the way to be around positive people, you know, because again, you know, I've been having my business going to be 5 years, and me being in a circle, you know, in an organization with men is, you know, is a blessing, because again, I had a lot of people trying to grab me and want me to be in certain groups and certain, you know, organizations, and when Dre reached out to me, I just knew it was the right one. So again, I just want to, you know, thank you all for just, you know, inviting me in, because, you know, it's mad love.
shit, I want to thank you for even coming. You know what I'm saying, for joining. Like you thank us for inviting you. we thank you for accepting the invite. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we all need. It takes a village to raise anything. You know what I'm saying? So, the more powerful brothers we can get together and put our heads together to make something happen, the better chance we have of being successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see, like me, I'm a person that don't jig with a lot of people. So I'm more of like a homebody type individual. I mean, you can have the clubs. The clubs ain't for me. Is that for somebody else? Hey, I'm cool with that. But clubs ain't for me. I don't jig with everybody, and everybody, you know, everybody got their own lane. So I stay in my lane, my vibe, and that's it. I'm cool with my vibe. I'm cool with being around my kids and my wife come first, and that's it. Whether anybody outside the household, like now that we starting to be like brothers, you know, everybody, like I said, needs somebody to lean on. Because we all gonna go through something in this circle.
You can't do nothing by yourself.
No, most definitely.
And us men, we tried to.
Yeah.
We tried.
We gonna try.
We gonna try.
Yeah,
We tried
the
to.
sinners, you know, the sinners, you know what I mean?
So like, I'm gonna tell you this prime, like Tony know about it, but like one time we was, you know, Tony had like breast cancer, and as a man, you don't. It's like you can't express yourself to everybody because don't nobody understand. But I couldn't talk to nobody. And then on top of it, it was times where I was like, man, I cannot get myself out of this situation, or I can't do nothing to help her. You see what I'm saying? Or just talk to somebody about it. But I was like, when other people go through certain similar stuff like that, now I could be that one that help this male out. Because you could be like, ah man, because everybody, you know, like when you in relationships, the first most important thing people always say, what is about sex? That's the number one thing. So, like I ask when I see people when they get ready to get married, I be, you know, my one thing I be wanting to say to them, what if you can't have sex with your woman? What you gonna do? How you gonna carry yourself? Are you gonna go out and cheat on? Because it's easy both ways. Women can do it too.
Right.
But it's easy to sit around and just go out and cheat. So it's like, are you gonna leave your woman because now she's sick and you stepping out? Is that a easy way of just moving? See, I didn't move like that because I know I wanted to take her spot because I was like, she ain't strong enough to deal with it. But when God moves, God had her in silence. So I didn't know what was doing. I was all scared and shit. I was like, damn, I just buried my first wife. So now I'm thinking, shit, am I gonna lose her too? So I'm just like, sex was like far from my mind. She thought I was sexually frustrated. She thought I was sexually. I ain't sexually frustrated. Man, you're going through chemo. I mean, chemo is a strong thing. To watch somebody go through cancer and chemo, it's a strong thing. I don't, you know, and that's why I see like brothers and men just in general don't. It's no support groups for nothing like that. None. So it's just like, so if I can ever be there for somebody, I can just help them out because I can tell them, you know, hey man, if you think you can't make it through this situation, you can make it through anything. Only thing you just got to do is get on your knees and pray. Like a lot of people be like, man, prayer don't work. Psh, prime example of me myself. As much stuff that I've been through or I'm still going through, but every day I strive to enjoy my life every day. Because if you come, like, cause people say I come to work. Like I said, I deal with 150 people a day. Grown men act like kids. But I have to have myself in the right state of mind, because if I go in there and just be like him, I'm just be like, shh, who's the boss in here? You know what I'm saying? Or they be like, man, Dre, you always, man, you don't yell no more, you don't do none of that no more, man, you just straight. I'm just straight. There's no need for me to come in and be mad. I don't be mad about nothing no more. Like when a person come out, like I've been robbed, I done been stabbed in my neck, I done been all type of stuff. But I still keep life, cause life is still moving. Like when I was telling you, T, the life is still moving. Even though the stuff that made it happen to you, every day is still going. You see what I'm saying? Cause a lot of people don't look at life that way. Cause anytime you go through something, people don't look at life like, oh man, you can't worry about yesterday. You gotta move forward. If you don't move forward, then you're gonna still be stuck in yesterday.
Yes, sir.
What happened to you yesterday? Oh man, man, I done lost such money. Oh man, this bill is coming up. Like, man, you can't worry about what happened going on yesterday. We worry about what happened on yesterday, boy, we would never be straight. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna touch on something like this, Dre. Like you said, look, I'm gonna touch on something you said. I'm gonna touch on, like I heard the females of the winner circle say squirrel when they just bounce around and start talk about a whole lot of stuff. So I'm a squirrel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna first say, let prayer works, you know what I'm saying? You know, you spoke on that. I ain't never thought I was gonna ever be this type of person. Never wanted to be. Honestly, sometimes I kind of laughed at the situation sometimes where something had to happen to somebody for them to start praying and getting in the church. You know what I'm saying? Then at the end, 40-something years later, I wind up being that person. Another thing is like, my problem might not be a big problem to you. Your problem might not be a big problem to me. But we all going through something. Every day. You know what I'm saying? As men, as women, as human beings, we all go through something. And everybody's thing touches and hits different, you know what I'm saying? But the best thing that happened to me was just getting a group of guys. Now we might not see each other every day, but the little text messages here and there. Or when we do see each other, the little quotes or the little sayings that we say to each other, you know what I'm saying? It touches you and it hits. Everybody, it hit different to everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's all worked for me. I always, I guess, thought I didn't need like a little brotherhood or something, because this is a brotherhood we got going on now. You know what I'm saying? But now I started to realize, like, hey man, you can't do everything by yourself, Tony. I try to do everything by myself, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to realize
the nature of us.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to realize though, I can't do that. Cause they ain't doing nothing but wearing me down. You know what I'm saying? But now I think got a couple of brothers behind me, you know, they encourage your words and everything. It just helped me to start to get through things.
it's good. It's real good. Well, you need to finish me cutting my hair, man. You take your pause.
I'll take them away.
Yeah, you take a pause. Yeah.
So we told you we had something special just for you, right? You need to follow us. Come on.
Situation, and I knew the damn flag was red. Yeah. But the person kept on making a damn story so damn sob. Yeah. I try to help them in their story when I should have been gone. Because I knew the flag was fucking red.
Or we go to a red, Tanita, we go to a red flag store and expect for them to sell something that's not red.
Not saying that the other spots don't have red flags, but we just walking in a whole store, they like this.
Now, because
They walking with the red flags.
some of the red flags can be serial inboxers as well.